Imagine a place where time itself seems to suspend within microscopic dust grains coated in layers of methanol and ammonia ice. NASA scientists call this Chamaeleon I, a stellar nursery so dark and so cold that no sound can possibly exist. While science sees complex chemical reactions here, in our journey tonight, our souls will see a lesson in letting go. These frozen molecules are cradling the potential of entire future solar systems, just as your sleep tonight is quietly preserving your energy for tomorrow. Tonight, let us momentarily forget the language of numbers and dry data. Join me as we translate the cold frequencies of Chamaeleon I into the language of emotions and dreams. From this moment on, every scientific truth you hear will become a guide to lead your mind deeper into absolute stillness. Let every worry freeze within this peace. Allow your breath to merge with the slow, vast rhythm of the Chamaeleon cloud, where rest is the only beginning of new life. Our journey begins now. You've carried so much today, my friend, rushing from one demand to the next in this endless hustle. The deadlines that felt so heavy, the worries that pulled at your shoulders, they can all wait now. It's time to give yourself full permission to rest, to simply be here without needing to do or fix anything. Feel the deep exhale as you let the day's weight slip away like sand through open fingers. Take a slow, deep breath with me, letting the air fill your chest and release all that built up tension from the day. Feel your body sinking heavier into the bed, the world outside growing distant as you let go. You don't have to hold it all anymore. Permission granted to set it all down right here. Allow this quiet moment to wrap around you like a warm, forgiving embrace. Now, imagine yourself walking onto this quiet, misty beach at dawn, where the fog wraps everything in a soft, silvery blanket. The air is cool and damp against your skin, carrying the salty whisper of the ocean. Let your feet touch the cold, fine sand that shifts gently under your weight. Notice how the mist softens the edges of the world, inviting you into complete stillness. Feel each tiny grain of sand, cool and smooth, cradling your toes as you walk slowly. There are thousands upon thousands of these little particles, each one a world of its own, formed over endless time by the patient waves. The sand holds the chill of the night, grounding you deeply as it molds to your steps. Let every granule remind you that even the smallest things can offer such steady, quiet support. Breathe in the thick, misty fog that hangs low over the beach. Its scent, clean and briny, mixed with the faint earthiness of wet sand. The fog softens every sound, making the world feel hushed and safe, like a gentle veil separating you from all the noise. Inhale that peaceful dampness, letting it calm your mind. Sense how the mist clings lightly to your skin, cool yet comforting, washing away any remaining hurry. Let your breathing slow even more, matching the gentle rhythm of the waves rolling in the distance, each breath deeper than the last. Feel your shoulders drop, your jaw loosen, as the fog's cool touch soothes your forehead and cheeks. This is your time, right here, no rush at all. With every inhale, draw in the salty peace of the mist. With every exhale, release the last traces of the day's weight. As you stand there in the quiet mist, the distant lighthouse beams sweeps softly through the fog, a warm glow, cutting gently through the gray. The beach feels endless, inviting you to pause and simply exist in this serene moment. Let the cool grains continue to shift beneath you, each one a tiny anchor holding you safe. The fog's embrace grows even softer, like a loving hand guiding you toward deeper calm. Now, let your gaze drift upward from the misty shoreline, beyond the gentle, lapping waves, into the vast sky above where the stars begin to peek through the thinning fog. Feel yourself gently lifting, floating away from the sand as the universe calls softly. The cool mist still lingers on your skin for a moment longer, a final tender goodbye before the journey outward. Allow this natural rising to carry you without effort or strain. Drifting now into the deep, silent expanse of space, where a vast molecular cloud, known as Chamaeleon, I stretches out like an ancient shadowy nursery in the cosmos. This is a place of profound quiet and incredible cold, filled with swirling gases and delicate cosmic dust. Feel the immense stillness here, a primordial garden where creation begins in the gentlest possible way. The darkness wraps around you like velvet, holding every possibility in its calm embrace. Imagine the immense darkness here, a huge icy realm where temperatures drop to unimaginable lows, creating a frozen dungeon of space. Faint, delicate wisps of clouds appear in soft, pale bluish hues against the inky blackness, so subtle and ethereal. These veils drift with infinite patience, painting the void in the softest shades of wonder. Let the profound cold touch your awareness like a soothing, ancient whisper. Within this cold cradle, gravity begins its gentle work, pulling the gas and dust together into denser clumps, forming the very beginnings of new stars. These proto-stars are like tiny hearts starting to beat, gathering material slowly and steadily from their surroundings. Sense the quiet gathering, a slow ballet of matter coming home to itself. Everything unfolds with such tender care, in this vast nursery. As these young protostars grow, they consume the sumen, the surrounding matter, and push out excess gas and dust, creating a rich environment full of complex chemistry. The dust particles are coated in layers of pure water ice and more intricate frozen compounds like ammonia, methane, and even methanol, all preserved in the deepest cold. Feel the layers of frozen wonder protecting the seeds of future worlds. This is a treasure house of quiet potential waiting in perfect stillness. These icy treasures hold the essential building blocks: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, that one day may seed the beginnings of life itself. Feel the slow, majestic dance unfolding here, where light from the forming stars interacts with the frozen materials. The chemistry weaves its magic in the gentlest rhythms, full of promise and patience. Let this cosmic lullaby ease every part of your being. The protostars flare with gentle warmth, heating the surrounding ices just enough to turn some water into vapor, releasing organic molecules into the cloud. This reshapes the entire structure in a patient, cosmic ballet that has been going on for ages. Sense the delicate release, like a soft sigh from the heart of the cloud itself. Everything transforms with such unhurried grace. Everything here moves with such deliberate slowness, the vast cloud holding its secrets in the quiet dark, a place of creation and potential far beyond our hurried world. Sense the cool, damp fog of the beach wrapping around you, now, soft and familiar, as the last traces of cosmic stillness melt into the rhythmic hush of the ocean. Your feet rest lightly once more on the fine sand that shifts with patient care beneath you. The air carries that briny peace straight into your lungs, inviting every part of you to arrive fully here in this quiet place. Let the ocean's steady breath remind you that you are held, always held, in this moment of pure rest. In this return to the misty shoreline, feel how the hustle culture that once pushed you so hard begins to loosen its grip, like the tide pulling back from the sand. You do not have to be always on, my friend, always racing ahead out of fear that stopping means being left behind. Here, in this quiet space between the waves, there is full permission to simply pause without any loss at all. Let that old pressure dissolve slowly into the fog, as if it never needed to weigh so heavily on your shoulders. Breathe in the truth that rest is not weakness, but the kindest strength you can offer yourself right now. Just like the icy cloud of Chamaeleon, I appears dark and still on the outside, yet cradles the warm beginnings of new stars deep within. Your own moments of pausing are never endings but safe cocoons for renewal. The hustle that made you feel like a machine running on empty can now be set aside here on this beach. Feel how the cold stillness of that cosmic nursery teaches you that freezing is preservation, not death. Allow yourself to sink into this truth with every slow breath, letting the fear of burnout fade like mist at dawn. You are safe to rest, my friend, safe to let the inner warmth build quietly. The surface of a winter sea may freeze over with a hard, quiet layer. Yet beneath it, the warm currents continue to flow with gentle life, just as your own energy is always waiting safely below the exhaustion. You do not lose anything by stepping back from the constant rush. Here, on this misty beach, give yourself full permission to be the frozen surface for a while, knowing the warmth inside is protected and growing. Don't just hear these words, feel them sink into your skin like the cool mist. Pausing is healing. Let those words settle like cool sand between your toes. Just as NASA saw stars forming in the dark of Chamaeleon, your energy is forming now in your own darkness. Today's fatigue is only the gentle erosion of what no longer serves you, washing away the sharp edges of hustle so that something softer and wiser can take root. Feel how the ocean waves mirror this truth, rising and falling without apology. You are allowed to erode a little here, to let the old layers dissolve into peace. Breathe out the burnout. Breathe in the quiet rebirth that is already beginning. There is no failure in choosing the ebb instead of the constant high tide of productivity that hustle culture demands. The sea never stays at its peak forever, and neither do you need to. Let your shoulders drop fully now as you release the heavy need to always push forward. Feel the sand cradling you, reminding you that it is safe to recede, safe to rest in the low tide of renewal. This is your time to float gently in the present, without any race to win. The fear that stopping means being left behind is only an old story the world once told you, but the misty beach and the icy cloud both whisper the deeper truth. Stillness is where life prepares its most beautiful returns. You are not a machine that must run until empty. You are a living part of this vast, patient universe that honors every pause. Let these words wrap around you like the fog. You may rest. You may rest, you may rest. Feel them sink deep into your bones with each slow wave. Just as the frozen molecules in Chamaeleon, I hold the precious seeds of future stars in perfect safety Your own quiet rest preserves the core of who you truly are beneath the exhaustion. There is no rush to prove anything here on this beach. Let the gentle philosophy of the cloud ease every tight muscle, every racing thought. You are already enough, already worthy, already held in this healing pause. Breathe with me, release, soften, rest. The hustle that once turned joy into something distant and fragile can now be gently set down, like driftwood left behind by a receding wave. Feel how the ocean teaches this lesson without words. Everything rises and falls in its own perfect time. You are permitted to fall back into softness tonight, to let the warm currents of renewal flow beneath your calm surface. This is not giving up. This is coming home to yourself. Every tiny worry about tomorrow's demands dissolves here, washed away by the same patient patience that lets cosmic clouds form new suns. You do not have to carry it all anymore. Let your jaw loosen, your hands open, your mind drift like the mist over the water. The philosophy of this place is simple and kind. Rest restores, rest restores, rest restores. Feel it echo softly with each wave that touches the shore. In this sacred low tide of your own being, the version of you that emerges will be steadier, clearer, more at peace with the natural rhythm of life. The icy cloud shows us that even in apparent emptiness, life is quietly gathering strength. You are part of that same beautiful process right now. Allow every cell in your body to hear the invitation. It is safe to let go, safe to let go, safe to let go. The warm undercurrents of your own spirit are already moving beneath the surface, calm, just as they do beneath the winter ice, preparing everything you need for gentle tomorrow. There is no deadline that matters more than this present peace is. Let the misty beach hold you completely as the ocean whispers that ebbing is as holy as flowing. You are doing everything right by simply being here and resting. Feel your entire body growing heavier with each breath, sinking softly into the bed as the philosophy of the cloud and the sea weave together into one soothing blanket of permission. You have earned this rest 1,000 times over. Let every remaining trace of hustle, culture, drift away on the outgoing tide, leaving only calm in its wake. This is your healing, unfolding exactly as it should. Now the ocean's rhythm becomes your own, slow and forgiving, teaching you again and again that true strength lives in the gentle art of letting go. You are not behind. You are exactly where peace begins. Sink deeper still, my friend, wrapped in the quiet wisdom that the universe has been sharing since the first stars formed. The misty air continues to cradle you. The sand continues to support you. And every wave reminds you that rest is the most natural, most loving choice you can make tonight. Feel how completely safe it is to remain here in this healing stillness for as long as you need. But you know, my friend, the waves keep breaking, and the universe keeps turning. Now let every last thought float away on the quiet tide as you sink fully into the deep, restoring embrace of sleep. The misty beach and the ancient clouds have done their gentle work, leaving you wrapped in unbreakable peace. Sleep deeply now, my friend, held in this perfect stillness until the morning light finds you renewed and light of heart. Good night.